Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Pat. I am, of course, being joined today by the always sleepy, always beautiful, usually squishy dog, Zangief, who I love. And today, we're going to be playing Signifier, which just came out and was kind of under the radar. It's made up by Raw Fury. They're the same publisher that did Star Renegades. They sent me a code through a nice lady who tends to work with Devolver as well. And so I sit here thinking that today, Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, on a day in which I received a free review code in the mail, on my email that is, for a sponsored opportunity. Nothing specific, just, hey man, here's the game. You want to play the game? You want to show the game off? That I chose to do due to a good working relationship with the people that send me this, and it looks cool. And while going through my business email and seeing in the past 2 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other review codes that I've gotten. One of which for sure I'll take a look at because it's fucking Disc Room. Not sure when. That it's a perfect time for us to think about how streaming video games is only good for the streamer. And that, you know what I should be doing? Despite the fact that purchasing or receiving a game for free as a gift, which is what a review code is, entitles me to a transferable, resellable license, which includes the ability to create a transformative work for the uses of parody, information, news gathering, etc., under both the United States' fair use exemption under DMCA and the Canadian copyright fair dealing exemption. I should ideally be paying the people who sent me these free codes for single-use broadcast licenses. Because I'm ripping them off. I, of course, as people are probably surmising, I'm talking about the ongoing, what would I call it? Twitter funsies. That is Stadia, Google Stadia creative director Alex Hutchinson, stating that the DMCA music issues that streamers are running into now is because streamers are ripping off the music industry the same way they rip off the games industry, and that we should be paying game companies money for the absolute privilege of streaming their games. Now, is this... Lily Tastic says, Pat, no, read Jason Schreier's tweet. I would, except Jason blocked me, so I can't. He blocked me because I called him a scumbag rat when he was talking about how he was going to find out, what was it? He was going to find out who was responsible for leaks and that exposed like a company's like shady dealings, and everyone was like, "Don't do that. You're gonna cause the hammer to fall down on them, you asshole." And then he blocked everybody who retweeted that. So Alex Hutchinson, not just the creative director of the Google Stadia, great device, also creative director at games like Assassin's Creed 3, where at some point during his tenure at Ubisoft, he said three things. Three things. One is that Japanese game stories are nothing but gibberish, and that Bayonetta 2 is trash compared to Gears of War, and that the only reason people give Japanese games a pass for their complete gibberish stories is because of beneficial condescending racism. Because when you look at a Japanese game story, it's complete garbage, and the only way that anyone could enjoy it is if they're actually just so much of a weeaboo that they're racist. Which, as we all know, is, when you think about it for more than a second, it's like, wow, you're like an asshole racist yourself. My game can't be bad. It must be anti-white, pro-Japanese racism. 2 was one of the Ubisoft developers interviewed and quoted as saying that women were too hard to animate. Just costs too much money. Just costs too much money. Just costs too much money to animate girls. You can't do it. Games can't do it. It's twice as much money. That's crazy. He was not the original person who quoted it, but he was a different dev reached for comment and did clarify it. And as somebody who actually knows somebody who works in animation over at Ubisoft, boy, is that complete nonsense. They love to waste money over there. And 3, my favorite. This is actually my favorite. Right before he left Ubisoft, when he was asked about places Assassin's Creed could go, and people were always asking for Egypt and Japan, he said that those were boring parts of the world and didn't have a lot of historical funsies because of the lack of tall architecture and would make for terrible Assassin's Creed games, and you were unlikely to see them. As soon as he left, Assassin's Creed Origins started development. Which means he probably was in a position to actively block that. I saw a tweet earlier today, which was, every day there's a new main character of the internet, and the plan is to not be it. This is great. One of the best parts about this is that, like, streamers should pay a license for streaming games, and it's like, the Google Stadia doesn't even give you the ownership of the game that you actually even buy, and then they use the console to steal your personal information. The Google Stadia should be paying you to use it. This dog is fat. This dog is fat, though. I don't know if you can tell. See how fat this dog is? From his floop. But he fat. So, I want to quote Rod Breslau. Big news Twitch man. You see him talk a lot about what's going on. In wishing the Google Stadia congratulations today for its legitimate, most newsworthy day in months. It might be one of the most ratioed tweets I've ever seen. Bro has 35 retweets last I checked, and almost 3,000 quoted retweets. And that doesn't even start with the people who just take screenshots of the tweet so as not to give people the integration, because when you quote retweet somebody, you send people to their Twitter. It's like, if the person's a real asshole, what you do is you take a screenshot and you just post, that kind of thing. But wow. So I want to give a big shout out to Clara, who I work with at Devolver, and Raw Fury, who's always really nice and sends me review codes at 6 in the morning and answers my fucking DMs at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, I sent you this to check in the morning. I didn't go to bed, and she's cool. And also Raw Fury and Devolver. Mostly Raw Fury today, obviously, because they're, Signifier, right? But, all the other, everybody else who's ever, supported a streamer allowed me to stream their games. Did you guys remember that he's up to 13,000 quote tweets right now? That's really funny. Hey, you know who should have paid a license to stream Among Us? AOC the other day, when she got that 400K fucking stream and blew off the top of the charts. Among Us was like, oh, fuck that. Get that. Shut that down. Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait. That's incredible buzz for Among Us, which is it's like $4, right? Like, it's super. Oh, my God. But yeah, newsflash. Man behind weird console that doesn't let you own things is an out-of-touch weirdo when it comes to the buying and selling and using of games. Oh, man. Oh. You know what my favorite part is? Do you remember when companies tried to enforce that? You remember the God, it was around Christmas. It was around January. I want to say like 5 years ago, when Nintendo and a bunch of other companies were like, we're going to shut this YouTube thing down. We're going to put the fucking kibosh on this. We're sick of these people. We're sick of these fucking people taking our YouTube monies. And everyone went, okay, not going to cover Nintendo games anymore. Not going to cover this and that and this. And okay, go fuck yourselves. And then Nintendo was like, well, wait. Well, we wanted you to still make the videos. We just wanted to take all the money from them. What if we did the Nintendo video partner thing, which is insanely draconian and actually infringes upon your your credibility as a content creator because it's so and then that ran out, and then they gave up. And every company that has ever tried to do this, with the sole exception of, I think, Digital Homicide, has given up on this kind of shit. And it's been described as a legal ceasefire in terms of, I think Tirzu said it was actually, he defined it relatively well, that the entire industry is an illegal ceasefire between people like me and people like Atlas, or Atlas is a really good example, and Nintendo. And with the exception of maybe Atlas and a couple other fringe people, everyone's happy to keep that ceasefire, as it's mutually beneficial to everyone. And depending on what court case you would get, it would probably come out that streaming and Let's Playing and all that is a definitive fair use case, etc. So, I don't know. What I do know, it's just a big fat boy. Oh, he's a big fat boy. And yes, he does grumbles. Oh, he does do the grumbles. Look at him, you grumbly boy. He looked like a goblin. You guys see that I've actually had a goblin son? That he is a goblin? I love him. Okay, back into the lap. Oh, back into the lap, my boy. Oh, do you want to do a dance? Okay, goblin. I love you. I love you, buddy. I love. All right. Oh, by the way, Paige, when you're wandering around, you might be audible, so don't say anything too crazy. Did you just leave that door? Hello? Bitch, I'm talking to you! God damn it. Her and Eli are upstairs watching Ocarina of Time videos. Maybe they'll get to the one where Aaron shits his pants. You know, I recently learned that Aaron shit his pants once during Game Grumps, and I gotta say, that's one on Super Best Friends v Game Grumps. Super Best Friends went the entire history. Not one time did I shit my pants. Not a one time. One. I can't prove that. Yeah, I know it. It's good enough for me. Oh, he sniffled. Look at that. Look. You guys want to see something funny? Okay, so this is the dog, and this is his fat head. You see his fat head? You can squish it. All right? Squish, squish, squish. He has a really fat, heavy head. He's also very lazy. All right? So when I hold his fat head in this manner, squish, squish, squish. Here's what happens if I were to take my hand away. He rests his fat head. If I hold his fat head, he rests it. Oh, okay. Lie down, buddy. Zangief, did you pay for your streaming license today? Did you pay for your license? Did you pay? No. Okay. All right. Now with that Twitter drag out of the way. Let's get into the stream. Oh no, I guess I gotta pay Coke to have this shit on the stream, huh? Zangief, do you want my soda? You may not have my soda. All right. Oh, come on, man. Oh, God. All right, let's thank the people and then get into the signifier. How much weight has baby gained? I don't know. I haven't weighed him in a bit. You can feel it, though. Let's see. Ayoko kicked in $5. Thanks, Ayoko. Appreciate it. Hey, Pat, just a heads up for Doom Eternal DLC, since you might finish it next stream. The final level does have a point of no return, which will cause you to miss collectibles unless you play the level through again. No fast travel is available thing. Thank you. Though I do remember, I think there was only one level in the entire time I went through Doom Eternal that I didn't get everything like as I went through, because the map's pretty good about it. Rarviker, sub for 9, says, oh boy, I hope we hear some Alex Hutchinson dunking today. You just did. Meowser Star, sub for 19. Thanks, Meowser Star. Tiz86 gifted a sub. Thanks, Tiz. I appreciate it. It's about 9,000. Kicked in 22 months. Says, surprise, surprise. The man who said women were very hard to animate has a very bad take. He's referring, of course, to Alex Hutchinson. Oh, no! Buddy! Hey, buddy. Do you want this? There's this brush that he wants. There's this brush that he is just absolutely insane for. Boop. Buddy. No, don't chase. Can you guys excuse me for a second? I'm going to go dump the dog on Paige. I'll see you guys in a bit. Back, and I've transferred ownership of the furry boy to one Paige. Oh, now Elmo wants his food. God, Elmo. I live in a zoo, guys. I live in a fucking zoo. I feel like I'm in a zoo. I live in a zoo in which I'm one of the attractions. Dance, monkey, dance. All right, that, yeah, you know. I'm in a great mood today. I'm in an absolutely fantastic mood. I have not seen somebody get dunked on this hard, this consistently. Ever. We got Gene Park from over at Washington Post retweeting animated GIFs of Stadia delay in Destiny 2. We got David Szymanski of Dusk waxing poetic about how advertising in games actually works. We got me talking about how Ubisoft was so fucking eager to waste money that they wanted to fly Matt and I down to fucking Los Angeles to see a preview build of Unity. That I was like, fine, just send me you're in the goddamn office down the street. I could, at the time that happened, I could have walked to the real Ubisoft offices. And they're like, well, no, we're doing the preview event in LA. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Some of these games are trash. Fuck that. Oh, man. just... Oh my god. Also, to those of you who are still playing Genshin Impact, this is a bit of an aside. Don't be like M-Tashed. Don't be like M-Tashed. All right? M-Tashed does a lot of Genshin Impact shit nowadays. Makes Genshin videos. Put out 3 videos. I think one was Is Klee Good? Followed by the video I spent $2,000 on Klee. Followed by the fucking video Klee Sucks. Why I Regret Getting Klee. Basically perfectly sums up all the problems. Now I'm going to assume he can write some of that off as a business expense, but still, holy shit. Fucking sick. I just got... For Google's part... Retweeting this so fast. For Google's part, a spokesperson gave the following statement, distancing the company from Hutchinson's comments. The recent tweets by Alex Hutchinson, creative director at the Montreal studio of Stadia Games and Entertainment, do not reflect those of Stadia, YouTube, or Google. In a similar vein, Hutchinson's Twitter bio was later updated in the afternoon to include, all opinions are my own. Additionally, YouTube's lead over Gaming Commerce and Immersive, which, by the way, is a sister company to Stadia because they're under the same umbrella and YouTube makes a shit zillion dollars off of LP stuff, says that we believe that publishers and creators have a wonderful symbiotic relationship, blah, 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 blah. All ships rise with the tide. For those of you who have never worked in an office, which I haven't actually, and for those of you who don't work in the games biz, which I do, this translates into the following. I wonder what's going on Twitter. Oh, shut the fuck up, Alec. Oh my gosh. Shut the fuck up, you stupid cunt. From ostensibly his boss. I assume in any office, hey, cool, we're trending. Oh, shit. Right, like, just every time. Every time. You know what I think? Oh, yeah, it is! Stadia's totally trending! Love it. I love it. All right. No bad press is no press is bad press. You know what? I don't think that's true. Everyone's heard the statement, no, there's no such thing as bad publicity. I think Bill Cosby would beg to disagree about that statement. I think O.J. Simpson would disagree. I think Hulk Hogan might disagree. I think Rudy Giuliani would maybe disagree. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Hulk's bad publicity did get Gawker destroyed. De facto good. I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast, but like Gawker's behavior around that Hulk Hogan sex tape was straight up criminal and disgusting. Whether or not it showcased that this 70-year-old pro wrestler from Florida who's a noted asshole is also a racist is one thing, but like the way they handled that was so fucked. Like they deserve to lose that lawsuit. 100%. But also, hey, thanks for sponsoring this stream, Raw Fury. No money, just code. All right. It's about 9,000 kicked in 22 months. A surprise. Oh, I just read that. Kazakh, suffer 26, says, hey, Pat, just want to let you know that you were right. Being 24 sucks. Just wait till you hit 25. Liquid Dinosaur says Apple should get legally fucked, but Epic is getting trounced in their dumbass lawsuit. Looks like Epic actually got the only tech-savvy judge in the universe who, when they were like, well, Apple's a closed system, and they're like, well, what's the difference between that and Microsoft and Nintendo, and you guys have Fortnite there, and the Epic guy was like, it's different. Oh my god. Fortnite's literally never going to get back on phones. Like, actually, literally. T-Man kicked in 42 months. Says 42? Hopefully quarantine will be over by the time we hit 4 years. That's in 6 months? Here's hoping. Dash Base kicked in $5. Says, don't forget to pay the dev for the game you were told to play by the dev. Also, if not for your Yakuza 4 LP back in the day, I would never become the huge Yakuza shill I am now. You should really pay Sega for being the franchise, blew up in the West. I would settle for Sega responding to my emails. How about that? Evan 2 Echoes kicked in 60 months. Says, remember, this is the same guy that said modeling women in video games is too hard. It's just too hard. That should have been pardon if this term is a little troubling, that should have been the sexual abuse flag at Ubisoft. Like, not that it's casually sexist, and not that... No, it was not him that said that, but he was interviewed and did defend that guy, so we put him under that. Not that it was casually sexist, because a lot of people are casually sexist. Fuck, I'm occasionally casually sexist at Paige, because it's fun. It's fun to be casually sexist at your significant other. She makes fun of my penis, so say get back in the kitchen. blah blah blah, and then we kiss. But it was a real question. It was a real question that was met with a casually sexist answer that they thought would work. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, oh yeah, we'll just say, girls are tough, man. Everybody knows that. What do you guys mean it's not? What are you talking about? What? Why are you mad? Like that should have been like the red flag that, like, man, there seems to be like a bad culture over at Ubisoft that might let people get away with stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Depressed Skeleton kicked in 2 years. Thank you, Depressed Skeleton. Pat, you have to help me. I didn't pay my Nintendo my streaming tax. They say they're coming after my kneecaps. Please. I mean, the joke here is obviously that Sega is the company that is actually legitimately involved with the Yakuza. So they're the ones who are likely to go after your kneecaps. Nintendo won't do that. They'll just DMCA your shit. They'll just take down your crap. James Quark kicked in 10 months. Thanks, James. Hey, Pat, how are your streams? How are your streams like a first aid spray? Because they make me feel better. Oh, well, I thought I was expecting something snide. Thank you. Give Baby Geef pats. He's a good boy. He is. Wow, that dog just went right to bed. Because sometimes you put I put the dog in the bathroom in his bed, and sometimes like you put the dog down, and you hear bark, 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 which means it's not time for him to go to bed. He's not tired yet. But if you put him down and then it's just like nothing, that means he was too tired to complain and just flopped into his bed. So he'll probably be waking up around midnight, and then I'll take him for a walk. Higure Yoru sub for 8 months says, hey Pat. Hey man. Tacriel sub. Thanks, Tacriel. Ayoko kicked in $5. Thanks, Ayoko. Hey Pat, Stadia man is totally justified. After all, it's not like Stadia advertised its live streaming capabilities as a major selling point, presented by Matt Pat, a video game content creator. Incidentally, those features still aren't out. Really? Jared the Andal kicked in 4 months. Thanks, Jared. Hey, Pat. Any plans to play the new Doom Eternal DLC? Also, nice dog. Floop. I played Doom Eternal DLC last night. I'm playing it tomorrow, man. You know what? When you know how people say when you see a trash fire, you're like, man, I would love to see the book that's going to get written about this in a couple of years. So, people said that about Stadia. I think I even said that, right? Who gives a shit about that? I, to this day, don't know what Quibbly is. I don't know what it is. But despite that, it managed to burn $14 billion. It went from $14 billion to the zero in 6 months, and I don't know what it is. It was $1,500 a minute, a day, 24/7 that they burn. It was TV. Wait, hold on. TV series and short form episodes around 10 minutes each. Oh, so they were like the Zoomers, like the TikTok. They like short stuff, so let's make high-end 10-minute TV episodes on a oh my god. Yeah, no shit. Okay, no shit. No shit they burn that much money. Okay. No fucking shit. No, I'm not yelling at you, just in general. I'm having fun. If I was yelling at you, it'd be to get back in the kitchen. LOL. By the way, I read that to stream. They think I am very funny. I literally don't know how to not have antagonistic relationships. I genuinely don't know how to do it. Like even my mom, the person who I would say I am the most consistently sincere and just I love my mom so much. My mom and I argue like every time we see each other. We get into an argument. Drives my poor dad crazy. Dr. Prof, sub for 6. Thanks, Prof. Ooh, hold on. Let's see what Paige said. Fuck you, LOL. Oh, so funny and cool. Yeah, I am. You know it. Thanks, Dr. Prof. Papa Bungo kicked in 500 bits. Says, pet the baby goblin man. I did. I always pet that baby goblin. Sling plays games. Thank you. Oh, subbed. Thank you. Nelson, sub for 21. Thank you. Hey, Pat and Peach. As a guy from Illinois. You know what? I'm going to text. You know what? Nelson, I'm going to fucking copy paste that. I'm going to take a screenshot of your donation message and I'm going to send it to Paige. Because what you say is, hello, Pat and Peach. As a guy from Illinois, orange, both, and warsh are valid pronunciations. So that's obviously not true. And we're going to send that tweet down to the Peach Saliva. Pone Jones, sub for years, says, if she hold my fat dick, I rest it. All right. That makes sense. All Salt kicked in the ear, says, hey, Pat, still playing Gotcha Impact? I am. Not quite as much as before, but I am. Let's see. Tell him thank you. Nelson, she says thanks. Silver Streak HG, sub for 20, says, hi, Pat, shouldn't you be playing this? Google Stadia, man, says you shouldn't stream games. Sorry, Signifier devs. Can't play this game. I think a lot about the Baldur's Gate 3 port for the Stadia and how they are assuredly being paid to make that port by Google. And I wonder if they just took the money and just said, well, the system's not going to exist, so let's just put that money into the game and pretend this deal was just free money. Right? Because that it's oh. Lumpor gifted us up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Shark Missile sub for 11 says, almost a year of orb. and not letting it set in. In your opinion, what are some games that are great to an introduction to an existing series? For Monster Hunter World is masterclass in this. Games that are a great introduction to something. I think Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is like the way to get into almost any character action game. I think Yakuza 0, despite actually being, I think Yakuza 8 or 9, is a great way to get in. I think, My Name is Racist said FF7R in with Kappa, but you know what? Kind of. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a great game. And it is a remake of an old-ass game that a lot of people nowadays haven't played. And there are a significant amount of people, I think, that will go, I'll go check out the old one now. And then that can lead to, I'll check out 6 or I'll check out 8. Because those are so long ago now. They're so long ago. Winter Titan. Used 500 bits. Thank you, Winter Titan. I watched a Dotacaster, who's economics professor, tell that ass clown how fucking what? Winter Titan. So Winter Titan kicked in 1,000 bits because the first attempt at that message is just a trash fire. Says, fuck, I pressed enter too soon. An economics professor who also casts Dota told that ass clown how nothing economics related he was saying made any fucking sense. Let me tell you guys a secret. Can you guys hear me? I'm no stranger to the phenomenon of speaking with confidence about things you may in fact not know that much about. Crazy, I know. As such, let me tell you, it's easy to spot in others. Speaks too much, suffer 18 months, and says any Russian reporter against Putin would disagree, especially that radioactive one. Sorry, buddy. Cheeky Plays kicked in 5 months. Thanks, Cheeky Plays. Here's more money for Diet Cokes. Hey. Also, wow, you weren't kidding when you said Machinist is fun to play after the rework. What was the problem before? Oh, man. Okay. So I'm going to have to go into FF14 talk for a second. Because that's a tough question. There's a lot that was really, really bad about Old Machinist. So I'm going to break it. There's a lot. I'm going to break it down into two things. There's way more than this, but these are the two that are easiest to explain. One, despite being one of the most difficult classes to play, I want to say it was like behind Summoner at the time, but it was up there. And having one of the highest APM of buttons to push, they were terrible. They were straight up the worst class to bring into hard content by a huge margin. They were like just 10% less damage than everybody else that would fit in the aiming role, which was basically just Bard at the time. So that was trash. But the real killer was they had a 3-hit combo that was 1, 2, 3, but the first 2 hits only had a 50% chance of proccing the next hit. So you do hit 1 and maybe get hit 2, and then hit 2, but then you'd have to go back to hit 1 because it wouldn't proc. And then you do hit 1 and it didn't proc. So then you do hit 1 and then hit 2 and then hit 3. Finally, you did it. And like one of your abilities was, oh, I can guarantee that my combo will proc. And so like if you're kind of playing Dancer as a class in Shadowbringers, you know, you have combo 1 hit and it can proc a bonus hit, and then it leads to combo 2 guaranteed, and the second combo can do a bonus hit. Imagine that was like a regular 3-hit combo, like a goddamn Dragoon or something, and you only got the full 3 hits 1 out of 4 times. It felt like shit. It felt like goddamn shit. Also, one of the bigger problems was that it was obsessively gun focused, and a lot of the animations looked super not cool at all. And that was the biggest thing they fixed in Shadowbringers, where now you shoot your drill, you shoot your auto crossbow, you shoot your bioblaster, you shoot your flamethrower, you shoot your robot, you shoot your drill. It's fun class now. It's my probably my aiming class of choice. Neo Cree kicked in 500 bits. Says, hey Pat, haven't caught the VOD yet, but wanted to ask how you felt overall about darkly descending into a machine for pigs, then undergoing rebirth. Amnesia Dark Descent was kind of a game changer and was incredible, and it emphasized a new type of horror game, and it was great. I didn't like what it did with tinderboxes, but I thought that was cool. It was different. Machine for Pigs is trash. It's just boring trash. It is terrible. Rebirth is some of the flaws from Soma, with a less interesting story than Soma, as well as all of the flaws from the original Amnesia emphasized with the new match system. So it's like, it's a total bummer. Soma is that game's, that studio's like fucking triumph. Dad Asana stories. Soma's story was trash, though. Really, Dad Asana? That is the shittiest take I've seen today. And I've been talking about Alex Hutchinson all stream. I killed a dead guy. Kicked in 42 months. Says, hey, 42 months is a cool number. Shout out to Douglas Adams. Thanks, Douglas. Zaberwolf kicked in 10 months. Says, are you going to check out Disc Room? Yeah, totally. They just sent me a code. I'll check it out next week. I just bought it and I'm excited to play it tonight. Also, scritch Puppy's buns when you can, please. Will do. Thank you. McLeod subbed for 17. Thank you. Augment sub. Thank you. Faulty Jawa kicked in 2 months. Thanks, Faulty Jawa. Hey, Pat. I've been subbed to Paige for 3+ years. Figured I'm long overdue to sub to you as well. And your VOD limitations were just the excuse I needed. Yay, double money. Love you guys. Love you too, man. Like you said, it's not double money. Paige's stream is her stream. My stream is my stream. Okay, it's double money. Okay, let's be real. Spider-Man kicked in $5. Thanks, Spider-Man. See the article about how Google had to put out a statement on the Stadia, dumbass? Yes. Imagine having a Twitter take so hot, your company has to release a statement on it within the day. By end of business on the West Coast, a statement had to be released. Couldn't wait till tomorrow. Shocked Stadia hasn't died yet. I'm shocked they haven't pulled the plug. Edo Corp sub for 26. Thanks, man. It says, damn, 26. It's almost enough to play for a single day of streaming one game. It's true. It's true. Harpuya Rivers sub. Thank you. Lieutenant Surge sub for 27. Says 27 months and more to come. Any chance of more 14 streams? 14 streams have occupied a place right now where it's like, I'm bored. I don't know what to stream. I'll just fuck around. We'll talk about 14. I usually liked, when I do a 14 stream, I usually like to have some kind of like long form value to it. Like, here's a way to level up your crafters, or here's something like that. And I can't think of anything like that right now for 14. So I'll stream 14 in the future for sure, but in the near future, I can't think of anything I'd actually want to stream in it. And I already did everything in Baja. So right now, I'm literally I'm grinding out fucking fates for my relics. I'm gonna make 5 relics this time. And I'm almost done anyway. But I don't need to farm Baja. Like if you guys want to sit there and be like, hey, you want to run anti-tower like 8 times in a row? Primal Dweeb sub, thank you. Thanks, Primal Dweeb. Flaggy sub for 27. Thanks, Flaggy. Appreciate it. Only Striker fan sub for 13. Says, Pat, you'll definitely make my list of favorite sub 5.5 Canadian streamers who have dungeons. Thank you. Thank you. Black Harlequin kicked in 666. Thank you. Appreciate it. Random question about how much do you know about HEMA? After watching some vids and sword techniques, it makes me wonder how broken greatswords or any other weapon would be if their moveset was more realistic. Have a great stream by Pets for Baby. What is HEMA? What is HEMA? C'est quoi le HEMA? HEMA. What is that? So original design, surprisingly low prices. I don't think that's what you're talking about. Historical European martial arts. There we go. I think half sorting's cool. That's what I think. Matt Balls, sub for 28. Thanks, Matt Balls. Appreciate it. And Matt Man kicked in 14 months. Thank you. Hey, PP, Geef, and PP. Good news. I finally got a job building a nuclear-powered quadcopter drone to send to Saturn's moon, Titan. Are you for real? That's legitimately the coolest thing anyone has ever told me on this stream. What is this fucking rocket scientist doing watching my stream? For a while, too. Like, Matt Man's been around here forever. Wait, shut up! You're a rocket scientist too? Cheeky plays! You're a nuclear analyst? Blue Wizard's a nuclear. Our Darkasu, thank you. It makes me feel so much better that you're unemployed. I hope your gut's hanging out and you're covered in dried booze. Film student? Oh my god. Wait, who's a film student? Shadow 416's a film student? Jesus Christ. I'm shocked you were able to figure out how to turn on the stream. Oh man. I'm sorry. I just like I'll give film students some credit. In my high school, in my college, film students were the third most insufferable majors. Number 2 were the theater kids. And number 1 was the vegans. And you wouldn't think that's a major. But it was. Sean the Wizard kicked in $10. Says, "Hey Pat, you think you ever go back and watch one more One Piece?" Thank you. P.S. Thanks for all the laughs over the year, man. Much love. Thanks, man. No, I'm not gonna watch more One Piece. I think the funniest thing that ever happened to business majors at my school. I went to Concordia University. Pretty decent school, not the best school, but I liked it. But they have a business school called the John Molson School of Business, and the John Molson School of Business is a business school that right after I left, got indicted by the government for not paying their taxes properly, and almost went broke. So. Incredible. Alright, guys. I'm going to be right back. This took a lot longer than I thought, and I drank 2 Cokes, so I'm going to go pee. And then I'll be back, and we will start the Signifier. If I can get my streaming license. And last, before we get into the game, I have great news for everyone. when I went to check on Zangief just now, he was doing something that he is doing more and more often, which is legitimately so exciting. When that dog sleeps, he sticks his tongue straight out of his mouth. And then, when he wakes up to look at you, doesn't pull it back in. Earlier today, he walked around for like 20 minutes with his tongue just pushed as far out of his mouth as possible. I am so excited at the idea that we might have one of those bulldogs that just is like tongue all the way out of the mouth, literally 100% of the time, looking like a big dum-dum. All right, now, man, my fingers are just at that right dryness right now. That's rare. I like that. All right. All right, let's load up the Signifier. Now would be a good time for the game to kick in. There we go, I did it. Hey, thanks, Raw Fury. Boop, 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 dude. Let's check the op. Wait, 23 hertz? No thanks. That's better. This is kind of a threatening title screen. Now, if you guys see any macro blocking or video distortion, that's totally the game. That's actually totally the game. So let's start that new game, shall we? AI research, the influence of social media, and brain scanning technology have led to 3 important developments. The creation of the TSB, Technology Safeguard Bureau, whose mission is to maintain democratic structures safe from the abuse of technology, complex international brain scanning regulations that protect private data, and the undeniable tension between the world's biggest economies in the wake of a new AI breakthrough. Yes, c'est new point, Pip. Yeah. Under this context, the Dreamwalker Project, which performs academic research of the human mind through AI-assisted brain scanning technology, has been under scrutiny. You have to make a collaborative deal with a new TSB to keep your research alive.
Please sign right here. Let me take a picture of you with the box.
A picture? Why?
It's part of the protocol.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to remind you how sensitive the material is.
I know. Thanks.
Good. Take care.
This looks like the Half-Life room where you meet Kleiner and you get teleported. Cecine Puzzin Pip!
This is not a pipe.
Knew it. I'm going to hit the buttons on this box. It is a lady.
Russell, did you receive it?
It just arrived.
Good. Listen, priority is to find the real cause of death. Early reports indicate suicide, a drug overdose, but I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. She was too important and the timing was odd.
She was a lawyer at GoAT, right?
More like the vice president.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That voice
so now you
actor.
see how deeply in trouble you'd be if anything leaks out.
You're putting me in a tough spot here, Tom.
Not if you're careful, Russell. Just make sure nothing leaks out.
Why not wait for the full autopsy? Why do you need me?
We need to move faster, and if there's something bigger going on, we need to investigate it. This is a one-time chance to catch them. GoAT has been dodging us for way too long.
So you want me to spy on them through her memories?
Yeah.
I just want you to find out how she died, which is legal. But if I'm right, it will take us somewhere nasty. I know there's something off. We just need to find out what.
All right. I'll do what I can.
Good. Remember, it's
All right,
because
everyone,
people
remember.
in the first place.
Well,
This is totally
anything yet.
not
Will, Russell.
a video game remake of The Cell.
You'll see. So, I've given you access to her apartment on Stratford Avenue. They're about to wrap it up over there. But Detective Stan Becker's waiting for you. He knows you're coming. If you want to investigate the real place, you should head out there now.
All right. I'll check it out.
Okay then, I'll leave you to it. Don't keep Stan waiting.
I'm gonna touch
Keep
the
me
titties
posted
on this
anything you find.
picture.
Sure. See ya.
Goodbye, Tom. Let's check out my controls. I have a run. I have a zoom. I don't have a jump. Alright, before we check out that box, let's look at our
I
machine.
can't believe the loss of performance after adapting them to comply with the new laws. Times are changing indeed. This was the first thing I brought in here.
Uh-huh.
I really need a new partner. Hard to replace Carl, though.
The viewing, the control speed on this is just terrible. That's a little too fast. Let's split the difference. Much better, thank you.
Carl liked to read this nonsense. I never figured out how such a great scientist was able to pour so much time in reading clickbait articles. He once said he could draw global connections through them.
I'm being sued for my baby. That's a CRISPR baby. If you're not familiar with a CRISPR baby, it's basically a baby that's a designer. Designer baby. Using CRISPR. It's a gene editing technique. No, Paige is not a CRISPR baby. If she was, she probably wouldn't have the lupus.
I need to start over again.
Look at this nerd shit. When your math starts to look more like Greek, you know you've gone too far.
My little project. It's come a long way.
Your brother was just cured of sickle cell through CRISPR? That's fucking radical!
I need to upload the digital brain first. It should be in the box.
How does one get a digital brain? Well, let's examine the box, then we'll hit the apartment. I will rotate this. Oh boy, that's jank. 2009. For evening at the Go At. Johanna was the vice president, one of the younger top executives in the industry. Known to be efficient, smart, ruthless, determined, has been credited as their highest valued asset in the last 5 years. Strong understanding of management, laws, markets, technologies. Won the Inno Award in 2013, becoming the first woman in the world to receive it. High-profile executive found dead in the apartment, apparent drug overdose. Husband found her dead August 29, 3:15, called immediately. Their own apartment, located at Jules Strandford Avenue 8542, Valley Tower, floor 42. Facebook, last post is from 2014. Twitter, last post is from 2016. Personal email, corporate email. Apparently mail has been deleted. Apparently due to corporate restrictions, she didn't have an active online social life. Oh, wait, what's down there? Can't read it. Alright. Ah, the brain scan report. That's just a fancy hard drive. That's the brain disk. Excellent. Let's get out there. Oh, that was fast.
Hey, Russell, right? Tom said you'd come. Feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, how can I get this baller ass apartment, please?
Go AT's new project.
That's awesome.
Generative design and automated construction. Quite a view. Quite a view.
What city am I in? This doesn't look like a real city. Ew, she had a curved TV. Ew. It's Torcouver, you're right. I can't think of many cities that have, like, industrialized to this scale right next to active forest. So this looks like a fake city. Oh man, I'm jealous of this apartment, I'll tell you what.
Looks like where the body was. G-Zac sleeping pills. You need a prescription for these.
Huh.
Broken. Clearly she'd been drinking.
Huh.
Men's clothes. I wonder what's in those boxes. I wonder what's in those boxes.
I'm very interested in this game. You know why? Because it's a mystery. Why would they break both mirrors?
Looks like an expensive mask.
Oh my god, she's a vampire.
Vomit. Bloody footprints. She probably stepped on the broken shards. Another broken mirror. I don't think it's a coincidence. Quite a view.
All right. 1, 2. Where's 3? 3, 4. Where's 5? Where's 5? Six, 7. Huh. Where's 5? Huh. Okay. The bathtub? Nah, that's just soap, dude. Oh, I forgot I can zoom. Ah, shoes. Alright. This would freak my ass out, though. I'd be sure I'd fly out that window. I thought for sure I saw that teleport in.
Was she going somewhere?
It looked like she was, in fact, going somewhere.
Yeah?
Do you have any theories about what happened?
It's a little early yet, but everything points to suicide. There are lots of loose ends as to why, especially considering who she was. Her laptop, for example, is gone. We haven't been able to find it. So who knows how deep that thing goes. Even so, I don't think there's a possibility someone sneaked in and forced her to take some pills somehow. But don't take my word for it. We don't even have the full autopsy report yet.
Who found her?
Didn't you get the report? It was her husband.
Do you know anything else about him?
His name is Alex. Pretty average guy. Fitness trainer. The victim had kicked him out a few months ago.
So what are you
About
doing
to get a
here?
Divorce. He came by to pick up some stuff he'd left here.
Okay.
Could he have been angry about the divorce?
Yeah. But as I said, she'd been dead for at least 6 hours before he got here. So if somehow he forced her to take an overdose over the phone, then yeah, he could have done it.
You said her butthole smelled.
What time did he find her?
The morning after, and called right away. The security cameras corroborate the time he arrived, so we don't have any reason to suspect him.
Okay.
Did she leave any children or family?
No, no children, no brothers or sisters, foreign parents that she didn't see much. For now, that's all I know. And a husband. Pretty regular corporate profile, if you ask me.
Thanks.
No problem. Yeah?
Thanks.
No problem. Yeah?
Thanks.
No problem.
Okay.
What is that?
I think I have enough information from the real place. Time to find out what her memories have to say
Oh,
about
it's a
what
pool.
happened.
I don't know you guys, but that glass doesn't seem high enough. That wouldn't even come up to my waist. Number 5 is on the table. Hello.
The great shaman Po, master of mirrors, has passed away on his 100th birthday, dated July 12th.
Oh, I remember Master Mirror. From fucking good old stonks. Alright, let's hit it. Back to the laboratory. Did I actually miss the number 5? Hold on. Luckily, it's really fast.
I think I have enough information.
I don't want to hear about how you
Time
think
to
you have
find
enough
out what her
information.
memories have to say about what happened.
It's on the kitchen island?
Probably her last meal.
I just came all the way across town for that. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, let's get in this bitch's brain.
No disc uploaded yet.
Okay. Beep boop, beep
Development
boop.
logs of patch 1.2. Probably the most important update to date, and Carl's last contribution to the project.
Oh, shit. Log 1.
All right. I have a temporary solution for when Evie can't interpret some part of a memory, but it requires manual input. So, let's say the data was a chair. While Evie can't interpret it is a chair, or where it should be, she's still able to produce a 3D geometrical output with sound, and that output is based on data which does have meaning. The problem is that it doesn't fit anywhere, and it doesn't make sense to her. So, what I did was to allow Evie to still represent this failed reconstruction in an encapsulated manner that we can look at, inside the memory space, so we can interpret it. I made a quick interface for inspection too. So, in other words, we can now assist Evie at interpreting the data by using our special human skills. We just have to tell her what it could be and where it should belong, and she should be able to narrow the margin enough to make it part of the reconstruction again.
Question. Is it always about something missing, like a chair or another object? Or can it be a subjective thing that doesn't belong anywhere?
It could be a subjective thing, yes, but that would be rare. as it's more likely to become a subjective entity or part of the subjective environment somehow, shouldn't be represented as missing data.
Okay.
Can happen, though. Would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great, Carl. We're so
So,
close.
I'm going to watch these logs. Because a sci-fi premise's attention to its own nonsense science is one of my favorite things ever. Basically, this you know those the AI smoothing technology for textures in PS1 games and stuff like that.
So
It seems like
reason to
that
celebrate.
technology
We
being
can now
applied
make an
to
objective reconstruction.
3D spatial
So, it
recognitions
worked.
of memories.
My original approach didn't, but the machine learning approach did.
These are your memories you're using, right?
Yeah, for now.
Cool.
So what I did is to isolate a memory of a specific place, and then made the machine compare it with real footage of that same place, taken exactly at the same moment that the memory was made. So instead of trying to find out how to filter a memory out of its subjective experience, I just let the machine attempt it through trial and error. It basically iterates reconstructions of my memory by randomly filtering unclassified data. And the random reconstructions that match the footage the most get selected, and a new round
This is
of
how
random
DLSS
reconstructions
works.
begin.
For
Eventually,
NVIDIA's
the filtering is narrowed down to data that is
upscaling
more and more
technology.
reduced in size. And after a while, the solution is basically the same as the footage, just more glitchy and blurry.
And did you test it with different types of memories?
Nothing too extreme in terms of emotional distress yet, but yes, all types of memories and places. I've been carrying a camera for quite a while now.
I like it, but I think that you still need a bigger test pool to truly call it objective. I mean, you could be introducing bias by how you're making these memories.
That's true. But currently, the places consistently match in size, shape, color. The sounds are getting clearer. While it's not perfect yet, it's robust enough to be certain that if anything bigger than, for example, the size of a tennis ball appears in an objective reconstruction, and if that isn't too blurry or glitchy, it means it was just there. The error margin is simply too small now.
Cool.
Yep. And the cool thing is we can start classifying and understanding this data now by going backwards.
Yeah, I want to take a look at that.
It's all uploaded.
Awesome, Russell.
You hear these nerds doing nerd shit? What are these nerds? Yeah, it's Bato. Good idea to get a Ghost in the Shell dub actor to read off this nerd shit.
So now, besides switching states, we can actually sort of fast travel to different memories and events inside that memory. As we know, time is still an issue, as you can go back or further in time inside a single memory. So, I thought it would be handy to have some sort of database of memories and their events as you reconstruct them. It also captures visual references as you progress, so it will help us remember a bit about each reconstruction, as it gets confusing sometimes. So this is very rough, but basically what you do is choose a memory from the subject's lifeline, and then if that memory is split into sub-events, you can select them and reconstruct that specific moment in time. It's pretty simple, actually.
That's very handy.
Yep. And if you ever manage to do that objective filter, I made it easy to divide each event into objective and subjective, so they can be selected through here as well.
Thanks for thinking about that. We will make this work.
Well,
Wait, I'm
we've
gonna have a
already
memory
talked about it, but I'll
filter
say this.
that defines a recorded
Even if it
memory
doesn't
between
work,
its
we'll
objective
restart
state
through
in
subjective
reality
itself.
and the subjective experience of that memory through somebody's emotional state. That's gonna look crazy. So like a barking dog could be like the size of a chihuahua if it's real, but like if you're scared of dogs, the chihuahua will look like a million big teeth tall. I don't like this project at all. This seems horrible. Keep going. You're right, Chess Mimic.
Very minor upgrade to the control panel this week. If we discover raw data, then try to use it somewhere, and then forget to pick it up, Evie will know where we left it, so she can recall it. I put a small input there in the control panel to do just that.
Perfect. I'm absolutely going to forget them.
Yeah, I was thinking of you.
Okay, on my side, I coded a small feature this week as well. If you need feedback from Evie about anything, she can now temporarily use more resources to process it. Technically, she will use more RAM to freeze a lot of secondary processes and then continue from that image. And if the RAM is not enough, she'll use our disks. So basically, a lot more processing power will be available for a few seconds, and the memory shouldn't shut down.
Perfect. Great.
This is so cool, fake nerd.
Just
I
a
like
quick
that they're
update
using
on
MKV files.
We've uploaded a few more natural language modules that have really improved her speech. But the biggest upgrade is a module that allows her to learn from us. It does use some processing.
That's
power,
Audacity.
But it's worth it. The biggest gains occur when she is actually
That
in
was literally a
conversation and being
screenshot
challenged, instead
of like the
relying on
timeline of
big data
Audacity
analysis.
photoshopped.
So since she's learning from us all the time, we should try to speak to her naturally. Be polite with her. Explain things. Correct her when she makes linguistic errors, and so on. The clearer our language, the clearer she'll be when trying to interpret data to us later.
Wait, Evie has a definitive spoken role within. Oh no. Oh no.
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay, Russell. I think it needs just a few more days. I could use some testing, though.
Count on it. This weekend?
That'd be great, but weren't you going to meet with Laura?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Monday, then.
Cool. So, subjective entities. As we decided, the understanding of subjectivity should be handled from different angles to avoid bias. So this particular angle is all about allowing the data to speak for itself, so to speak. I didn't want to rush into applying any concept we feel safe to talk about yet. So I first isolated data that had these characteristics: lack of particular location, lack of predefined shape, lack of overall consistency, a strong erratic influence on other memory data, and of course that AI doesn't get close to interpret it. So with this data, instead of forcing Evie to interpret something out of it, I allowed it to sort of latch to human and animal behavior patterns. Let me explain this. I mapped thousands
That
of
means
different behaviors into
a data set that will cause
allowed the
weird
machine to
events to
brute
happen
force
surrounding it
between these
will
patterns
latch
and
on
the
to
original
something.
uninterpreted
So
data.
happiness will be a cute
If these are
baby,
found, they
and
can
fear
complement
will
each
be a
other,
monster.
Because after a while, the data will have some behaviors more suited to itself than others.
Yeah.
With a little push,
The subjective
it
feeling of
works as a
anxiety
vehicle
will
to
be
express the data.
represented in this
still far off to get something objective about it.
simulation by a
but it allows
velociraptor
for
with a
lot of
gun.
Guesswork about what is the subjective thing that's going on in the memory. For example, let's say the subjective data is some sort of tense nervousness. Then there is a chance a subjective entity is introduced into the reconstruction to make sense of some of the data that has a behavior typical of tension and nervousness. I'm aware that there are layers of interpretation here. But thankfully, the pool sample is huge, and the good thing is that we can do investigative work with this. If we analyze the data carefully and start to challenge these behaviors, it can't lead to an objective conclusion, but it can lead to something if other aspects of the memory support the hypothesis that can come out of these behaviors. What do you think?
I love it. It allows us to investigate further without closing any doors.
I knew you'd get it. It's just having a bigger expression range for the subconscious. That's all we need for now.
This is such a bad technology to have. This is some playing God shit. This should not exist. This is the final intrusion of privacy.
Should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so after some serious wrestling with time, always a complex subject, we have a new feature for our time-based reconstruction problems.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. So since it's difficult to freeze one specific moment over a large space, there's always the chance that time variations are too large and that they introduce errors to the reconstruction. So when Evie does find a part of a memory which has a range of moments available, like for example, someone walking from his room to the backyard, and sometimes it's not enough time to make it a different memory event. So what I did, in order to make use of that information, is that if that room-backyard range fits into the maximum time threshold of the event, Evie will now introduce a control that we can use to warp time on that specific object, instead of choosing one part and discarding the rest, so we can see the whole sequence without disturbing the rest of the memory. Thanks.
This is so on point. Okay. Avatars.
So, avatars are like a quick adaptation of the subjective entity's work. After a while, we've been able to classify subjective entities based on a few characteristics, like aggressiveness, amount of reaction to the other elements in the memory, and a big list that we can go through later. But
What do you
I
mean by
discovered
aggressiveness?
Is that some of the entities are fully passive, meaning that they do not express behavior, but other entities do react to them. So they are part of the subjective behavior web, but passive. So what I did is make a small hack to use their influence at our will. So it allows us to investigate other entities.
So we can control them.
I wouldn't say truly controlling them, but we can move them around and see how they influence the rest of the subjective space. It's only a spatial thing for now, but it can be really helpful to study how the patterns react to each other.
So, if I were to bring the subjective memory of a photo of her husband towards the bedroom, I could cause the feeling of anxiousness or sadness near that area, which would imply that she is sad about her husband.
Okay, still working on the on-the-fly scanning project. It's still a long way to go, but I'm moving in the right direction. The head needs to be fully constrained, though. That's what I'm solving right now. Just moving a bit slow with everything that's happened lately. Yeah, logs will probably stop for a while, until things normalize a bit.
Okay, something clearly very bad happened to Carl. All right. Let's slap this brain juice in.
Upload is ready.
Huh. All right.
Evie, ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Please operate on patch 1.2. And scan for the latest memory you can find, ideally just before her death.
Understood.
Okay.
So this is when she died.
This is pretty good, all things considered.
Reconstructing glass from memories. I don't think we'll ever get it right. Afternoon light. Didn't she die at night?
She did. No food. This visual aesthetic is awesome.
Hello there, Joanna.
Oh, weird. What is...
Interesting glitch on the clock.
Yeah, why is the clock freaking out?
Could be a filtering error. Could be a filtering error.
All right. This looks like you're playing through a YouTube video that is like botched and fucking up.
Lots of missing information here, Evie. This doesn't seem to be the right moment.
Yes. I wasn't able to pinpoint any further coordinates. Objective data is incomplete.
Reasons?
High emotional state.
She might have known she was going to die. Is there enough data to reconstruct a subjective state of the memory?
Yes.
Good. I'll enter the subjective state and see what I can find.
Okay, hold on. Because the subjective state's going to be lit. So I'm going to definitely want to try that downstairs. So this is the game's attempt at the objective state. Items are within their relatively sane positions.
Subjective reconstruction was successful, but I couldn't interpret all data.
It's fine, Evie. Subjective interpretation is tough for any AI, even a special one like you.
All right.
Evie, there seems to be a bugged reconstruction here. No way to fix it, right?
There is incomplete data linked to this coordinate. Shouldn't be too far.
A ladder?
Could this be her as a child? In the objective, adult version of her isn't represented. Only her shadow.
Okay. Oh, this is trippy as shit. Huh. That painting's remarkably consistent. What are you?
It belongs somewhere in the memory, but I cannot interpret it. I need to know what it is and where it belongs.
All right. I'll study it and put it in the right place.
Oh my god. That's so crazy. What is it? Headset? Clock.
That ladder goes down to the first floor.
Reminder. At your discretion, I can momentarily free memory and processing power to deliver more accurate feedback.
Alright, hit me up.
I can't make sense of this sound.
Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data, but the readings are the opposite of chaotic. They have a constant, rhythmic pattern. You can use the raw data interpretation interface to find where it might belong.
can't make sense of this sound.
Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data. but
Okay,
the
well that's
readings are
music.
the opposite of chaotic. They have a constant rhythmic pattern. You can use the raw data interpretation interface to find where it
So
might
let's
belong.
go. Huh.
There was something here in the objective state. Evie, do a match with clock data at this spot.
What the? Okay. Hey. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's some very complicated nerd shit. Okay. Oh my god, that picture of a dog is following me around. I gotta go. I'm gonna piss myself.
You wanna go pee with me? I was gonna go pee.
You wanna go pee together?
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're gonna go pee together and then kiss the dog. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm not gonna drink any more liquids, and I'm empty for now. So let's get back into this memory reconstruction.
A picture of a dog. Following her? A picture of a dog. Following her?
Okay, Paige, I do know how to explain this to you. Okay, you know how those AI algorithms that upscale textures and pictures from blurry images?
Yeah.
Right? And they throw them against a million different images and they brute force machine it. This is that, but memory reconstruction.
Cool.
So you're looking at a busted AI filtered memory reconstruction
That's awesome.
that switches between the objective state and subjective state of one's experienced memories.
This is my first time knowing or hearing anything about this game, and
It's
I think that rules.
Yeah, it's cool.
That
Her
rules.
laptop.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey! Hey!
it's in the objective
Don't you
state as
dare.
well, then somebody did take it.
Don't you dare make me.
That dog following me is freaking me out. For realsies. What do I got here? Alright.
Where's the spray?
Which one?
The bad taste spray for him that he doesn't like.
Should be over there. You used it last if I remember, right?
Oh, there it is. It was hiding.
This is a broken glass? I'm gonna guess that's a broken glass. Oh, getting real subjective up here. And some part of the subjective memory is associated an emotion here with cobwebs.
A spider web. No way out. A spider web. No way out.
Normal in there, subjectively. Let's see if we can place this data. No, huh? Not the right spot. Let's hit the objective.
Oh, don't you fucking dare, big man.
Maybe this is the right moment.
Mirror still.
Glass always gives Evie trouble. Glass always gives Evie trouble.
Huh. Why is the bed glitching out?
Nobody here.
Alright, so now we've moved to a different point in time.
Night.
Laptop is in fact there.
So the laptop was here. She even took the time to write something. So the laptop was here. She even took the time to write something.
Alright. Yeah, I understand the mix-up with Observer. Got it. I think. No?
Oh, you only want to see me.
It's definitely a liquid. And a smash. I'm thinking maybe the glass.
No.
Glass always gives Evie trouble. Evie, do a match
Yeah, it's
right
the
here
glass.
with the mirror being violently broken.
Ooh. There you go. Good boy.
The water is running.
Alright, let's hit the objective.
The water is running. No mirror.
No mirror.
Convenient.
A spider web. No way out.
What are you?
What is this hand doing here? You were right, Tom. She wasn't alone. Should be good enough evidence to keep him satisfied for now.
Should I shut down the simulation?
Please.
Understood. Shutting down in 3, 2, 1.
Somebody was there. No call Laura? Okay.
Hey, Russell. Any good news?
It wasn't a clear reconstruction, but I managed to get some objective evidence. There was a clear hand next to her, just when she was lying on her bed, and the pills were all over the floor. So it seems you may be right. There was definitely somebody with her.
A hand. That's all you could find.
Well, Tom, I'm just getting started. Her last memories are fuzzy, and that's probably because of the psychological stress she was under. The fact that she wasn't alone is a good start.
Yeah, good to know. But we need to know who it was so we can do something about it.
I'll keep looking, Tom.
It's gonna take
Let's
some
just hope the rest
time,
of the
buddy.
memories are in better shape.
I hope so. Did you find anything else?
I saw her laptop. I could hear her typing something. You guys didn't find it at the crime scene, did you?
Somebody did take it. But whoever did is a ghost. You saw the security cameras. There was no one. All right, this is getting interesting. What else did you see?
I saw a lot of other things. I just need to understand her unconscious better.
It's fine, Russell. Just keep looking. But I need something else from you. We need to get into her private email. The password. We were able to hack the words, but there are 3 numbers at the start that we don't know. We have only a few shots at this. So that's why I need you.
Her password? I'd like to avoid that.
Listen, Russell, we're here precisely to avoid tech industry fuck-ups like in the past. And finding the password is aligned with that goal.
You're here because of that. My research had nothing to do with all of it.
Russell, just send us the scan and inspection report as legally required, and there will be no issues, I promise. We're counting on you for this one. The password ends with Namas. N-A-M-A-H-S. But it's preceded by 3 numbers.
I like that I was able to choose between doing like, yeah, sure, and fuck you. I gotta do
It's not that
the
simple. There are major consequences.
I'll wait for your call. Bye, Russell.
Damn it.
Hi, Pippi.
Okay, Evie. We need to find that password. But most importantly, how and why she died. If you can isolate memories or dreams that may have a connection with the password, or emotional patterns similar to
What
those
is your
of her
problem,
death.
Kat?
A deep search is needed to find such patterns. It will take time.
Yeah, I know. I could use some rest anyway.
Understood. Search will run
Time to
overnight.
take a big
Optimize
old
the
nap.
processes as much as you can. Good night, Evie.
Thank you. Good night.
New reality location available. Home. You know what's worrying to me? The cell phone button in this game is the same button as the choose between objective and subjective reality button.
It's nothing. Sorry.
Okay. Any news on the password?
No, not yet.
Keep looking.
Let's go home.
Home sweet home. A quiet night in my mostly quiet neighborhood.
Man, everybody's got a baller apartment in this fucking game. God damn. God damn.
I'm swimming in an infinite sea. I feel small, but at peace. I'm thinking how nice it is that I don't need to breathe. Then a silent, majestic creature appears in front of me. Its eyes show indifference.
This is made by French Studio?
Wisdom.
Because breathe is misspelled.
Its movement, slow and graceful. I feel like it's the universe itself, but it moves on. And then I'm left wondering, will I ever be able to follow it?
I don't know. Lol.
Stinky man, honk, honk, honk.
Does he stink?
Smelly.
Alright, let's get in there. Alright. That's a Leviathan. that it? Is that all I got? Bitch, you break into my house, I'll kill you. The drive.
I haven't slept well lately. This is Marie Tsu's speech when receiving a UN award. It was about AI, the future, and this building's design. They seem to be already using it. She seemed...
Oops, sorry. Oh, I skipped it. Alright, come on, get in here. What do I got? Ah,
After
Chile.
her mother died. We haven't been very
Ah,
close.
it's the daughter.
She blames me for not being close enough, I think.
Oh.
For being too focused on my work. Especially during my wife's last days.
Hey.
No Giffy.
We got a TED Talk here?
You know what? I would never have thought that. It's amazing. It really is. I mean, your parents must be very proud. Congratulations to all of you.
Thanks, Phyllis.
Coming back to your work,
Ooh, he's got a
you've been there
bandana
from the
now.
beginning, am I right?
Yes, we were less than 15 people, I think. It was like 30 years ago, a few months after the company started.
And now you're head of technology.
That's right.
Amazing. So, before I ask you how smart you gotta be to do that, tell me, how did you guys move from being a small web research company with almost no investment into a company that leads on AI and pretty much every other technology for that matter?
Well, that's a big question.
But from a motivation perspective, what drove the evolution of the company? Was there a master plan from the beginning? Did you think you would expand to so many areas of tech?
Well, there are so many factors together. I mean, there's market share.
We wanted more
emerging
money.
technologies, how what we already do can adapt to other markets, or let's say minimize.
Give us the
risk
money.
Expanding. Of course, there was also the huge success we had at the beginning. That led us to decide pretty much where we wanted to go. But a master plan from the beginning, I don't think so.
But there is one now.
Well, you know, despite of what all the conspiracy memes tell you, there isn't. Just our strong core values.
Yeah, helping humanity with technology, being the good guys, yada yada.
Well, yeah, that's what we do. Yes.
I just remembered a picture I saw like 30 years ago, showing Bill Gates' head next to an alien skeleton. The magazine found all these similarities and urged you not to use Windows.
Well, I've seen thousands of those, and they won't go away. It's funny that despite all the good a company can do, how transparent it is, you just can't erase that.
It's just part of who we are.
Exactly.
But this leads us to one of the topics that has us here, right? Not everybody thinks you are on the right track, especially with the AI department. And we're not talking about your traditional conspiracy theory.
Come on, buddy.
And some of them are influential, well-respected people. I'm sure many know who I'm talking about. But yesterday, a letter appeared on the web, and it did cause a lot of noise.
This dog
For
is
the people
so
hearing us now that
squishy.
don't know about it, it was from Mr. Carl Chasser, a very respected psychiatrist and scientist. This letter criticized GoAT's latest announcement, which did, in fact, make the world very, very happy and excited.
Not him, clearly.
Not him. Well, he criticized it for completely missing what's essential and saying it could lead to the worst step in our evolution ever taken.
Yeah, well...
And give me a second. Then he says a number of reasons why this shouldn't be accepted by government.
Sounds like this guy
and
was on the money.
explaining in a very, if I may say, and this is only my opinion, in a very sort of poetic but cryptic way.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't know where to start answering the letter, because the attacks are so surreal that we sort of would have to study the letter first and try to find out its meaning.
Yeah, it is cryptic.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm sorry to say this, but that is a very pedantic attitude. Pretty common along some intellectuals, actually. I mean, when I try to explain something to people, I don't try to confuse them first, you know? He's more than welcome to participate with his opinion. We know he's doing incredible research about the human mind, but certainly this doesn't help anybody. I don't think he actually understands what we are doing. He is incredibly paranoid, and he is full of dangerous mysticism. He's putting in our hands the responsibility of crushing surreal things that nobody understands, while in fact, what we are doing is increasing quality of life by a big margin, and nobody can deny that. Let me tell you this. Nothing we are doing is secret.
Everything they're doing is
Everything
secret.
is what people want and need, and we are delivering it proudly and transparently. With all due respect to Mr. Carl, I think he has a romantic and dangerous view of staying behind in progress, and pretty typical of this whole go-back movement, too.
You know, that's the impression I get as well, that he is incredibly paranoid, and despite how well written his letter is, his reasons are more like theories, based on other, more cryptic theories. Let me read a small section of the letter for those that haven't read it.
All right?
It says, "We are like reptiles that not long ago were fish, exploring the land for the first time, seeing how the rays of the sun blur through the water that gently covers our eyes. While we cannot yet explain or even wonder about this moving painting in front of us, we are inevitably inspired, seeking peace in the heat while we get to be one with the land." Then he goes, "Our greater tools are not the ones we know best, but all the complexity that hides behind our minds. Here we are now, beautiful reptiles, so far away from being human, thinking that because we found the trick behind the blurred sun, we now see far enough to define the range of what can be seen, and the full reach of our desires."
I actually like the way he writes.
And the fact that he is a scientist also is what makes people follow him so much.
Well,
Hey, you guys are
that
fucking with
makes him
shit you
intriguing,
might not be
but
want to be fucking
does
with.
he give any real argument? Does he make any real point? Because you can't argue with poetry like that. That's not science. How much do we really know about his research, for example? I don't mean to discredit him or his partner, but we are talking about empiric, scientifically proved improvements here. That can only do good. So really, this romanticism is beautiful, but empty. When we went to the moon, you could have written a beautiful poem about the Earth and our lost relationship with it.
Oh no.
And I bet that did happen.
Paige, he go.
And it would
He
be
go to
pretty
you.
and make sense, but would it have meant
It's your
that we
turn for
don't
Fat
have
Man.
to reach for the moon? It's like, oh, I don't even know how to answer.
I agree in the fact that the letter is almost like a poem, but he does give a few reasons, however cryptic.
Okay.
Would you like to go over some of them? We have a few minutes left.
Stinky fat boy, come here.
Okay, here's one. What they
Come here,
want
fat boy.
to do is mix the unmixable. If
here.
you reduce human behavior to problem solving,
Almost
then this
being fed
problem
now.
solving eventually leaks into communication,
Which means
and this communication
the boy must be
is
held.
derived mainly from trial by error testing, since it would be an overpowered asset. However deep it might have been, you encourage a unidimensional form of life and you cripple all other dimensions. This isn't a problem on paper, but psychoanalysis has taught us that there is a balance between real accomplishment and effort. And from this balance, many forms of communication are partially generated, art and culture being two of them. If you suppress this with automation, you might end up needing it on a much bigger, dangerous, and ultimately unsatisfactory scale. It's a complex one.
Okay, first, as I said, first we have to interpret all this from thin air, since no references are provided, and then accept the fact that there is no evidence provided as well. This should be enough to undermine any scientific discussion.
So I just jumped in. Is Pat
Let's give it
listening
a
to an
shot.
in-game
I think
podcast?
that what
I
he's
really
trying to
am.
say is that by improving ourselves with AI, we are basically destroying our social ability, our full spectrum.
I'm listening to a
beings,
podcast.
and even our chances to be happy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So how is it then that with all the technology we already use day to day, the world is actually a better place than any other time on Earth?
For
I
some.
do think there are arguments against that.
We have our problems.
I have
But we
my
are healthier,
Android phone,
better
but there are
fed,
the people
more
who have to make the
educated,
Android
while
phone.
AI houses do everyday
It's not
things,
great
we
for
can
them.
Spend that time with our friends, family, reading or exercising. We die older. We have never cured so many diseases, and the list goes on. The bad side of things, like global warming, poverty, or kids stuck on cell phones, are not technology's fault.
No,
It's
global
us
warming is
who have to learn to
absolutely a
harness its power
technological
properly.
problem.
Teach our children, like we controlled fire in the past, when we didn't even know how to write. In fact, we believe technology will bring the solution to these things.
Do you mind if I turn on
Not
that light?
politics.
Yeah, go for it.
So this announcement is about the next step of that help. Less problems, more time, and even more energy to think big, to solve maybe even bigger problems.
I know technology might be
It's
the
like
source
using
of
a
these
calculator.
problems, but what if we had
You can
more
do simple equations with
technology?
your mind, a pen, and a paper, but you can't simulate quantum behavior without the help of a computer. So it's time the calculator becomes something more essential. Something your instinct can depend on and use in a split second. It's just a tool.
Okay.
It doesn't stop making you who you are. That's just paranoia. The same that appeared on every other technological advancement. This is no different from other advances. It's
I don't
just
know,
that
man.
because it's not an external tool. It makes some
I don't
people
think
nervous.
people looked at the
I don't blame
wagon
people,
and the
really,
wheel and the wagon and went,
time
oh
will
shit,
tell
fuck
how
that
good
devil
this is,
crap. They were like, oh,
like it
cool
always
wagon.
has.
So, in a way, it's like being able to access more processing power on the fly, like an integrated calculator, but without changing the way thoughts are processed.
Exactly. You will just have more
Yeah, they're talking
tools
about
at faster
mental
speed
neural
without the need
implants
to use your cell phone or charge it.
that
And
uses
therefore,
AI crap.
We may make better decisions and solve more problems.
Right.
It will enhance your creativity and your life in general, but it won't change who you are, your emotions towards other people, and the way you socialize. You can have a drink from time to time and have a good laugh for no reason. It's only a fast access tool.
I want to try it.
You and everybody else.
Okay, well.
I think
I
the
think we're
specific
running out of
technology
time.
they're
Let me ask you
describing
one more thing.
Go ahead.
is
Do you
a
have a master plan involving alien
memory
species?
access device,
Oh,
which
you
is
got me.
what would lead to
I
the
knew
brain
it.
disk.
Thanks for coming, Ted. I hope you can join me again soon.
Just say the word.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Ted Baza, Chief Director at GoAT's AI Department, once again kindly coming down to talk a bit about technology and the future.
I love how the guy's name is Ted.
It's my pleasure.
Let's take a
Now,
shit.
Let's get back to some music.
Hey, I can see
Let
my
me
body? I
leave
didn't
you with
realize
the
that.
great Rosemary and her new selection of today's artists. See you soon.
Looks like the kid was home.
Laura's backpack. She's at this hour?
Is that Cronenberg? I'm not reading all that. I thought that was Cronenberg for a second.
I'll consider it. A note from Laura. I'm not happy I was right.
So I'm crashing at your place again. I guess that makes you the winner of our last debate. Sorry, I wanted to call first, but it's been some rough days and my cell phone's dead. Hope you don't mind me staying for a few days. Waited for a few hours, but I really need to sleep now. Haven't slept. I'll explain everything later. Yep. Excuse me. Alright, somebody's at the door. No one's at the door. Don't care for that. What is happening with this analog stick? Oh. Great. Just great. She was murdered. See for
What is
yourself.
this place?
I
What
know
have
you can
gotten me
reconstruct it.
into, Tom?
Someone must have forced her to go to these horrible places. She wasn't like that. Her killer must be there. You have to expose her. She didn't deserve this. Don't trust anyone. You have information that is way too sensitive. A friend. Right, it's war now. We're doing war now. Hey, buddy. Do you want your toy? Eh. This is highly sus. To the laboratory. Uh-oh. Paige, you get double baby now.
I'm fucking Snow White over here with all these animals.
Yeah, I've been running a zoo.
Hi, bud. How you doing?
I've been running a zoo out here.
Evie, can you take a look at this letter? See if you can match that picture with anything.
Understood.
And if there are any fingerprints or any other clues you can extract.
I'll
No.
start with the picture. I have
Don't
hardware
chase your
limitations
brother.
For most other tasks.
Yeah, I know.
No
I'll build a
pumpkin.
decent scanner soon. Meanwhile, I'm sure my little project can be of some use.
I will try.
That's all I ask.
All right. Let's get inside that brain.
So, anything interesting on the search last night?
I found 2 parts of her lifeline
He's gonna chase
that may
Elmo.
help you, but only one is
Oh,
fully
nope, Elmo left.
reconstructed. This one is a childhood memory that seems to be connected not only to the password, but also to her adult life. The other one is a
Paige, that dog
recurring
is
dream
gone.
that started about 1 month ago, virtually every night. I'll need to brute force my way to a reconstruction for this dream. I'll notify you when I have something that can be uploaded.
Interesting. Upload the childhood memory in the meantime, and keep working on that dream. Evie, please activate the control panel Carl was working on. It might be easier now that we have more than one memory available.
Understood. And letter scan is in process.
Give me that child brain,
Found
please.
Thanks. Keep me posted.
Wait, you leave him. Elmo's not even doing. You're not even trying. Not even trying. Come on, bud. Should we put the bad tasting stuff and just rub it all over Elmo?
I don't think Elmo would like that.
Yeah, but maybe it would discourage Zangief from like licking and
Biting on him.
humping and biting. Cause he's nasty. You're nasty. You're a nasty boy.
Okay. We got unlocked impressions. We got multiple events. We got raw datas. Seven years. Approximate memory of time frame is 60 days. A childhood memory that has subjective predominance over the rest possible connection to password and strong influence on future memories. All right. Let's hit N1. Event 1.
Zangief!
Control panel 1.2 is activated.
I sprayed the trash with the bad tasting stuff, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Okay. That's mom and dad, I suppose.
Maybe her parents?
This is a really cool idea for a game.
Yeah, it's super weird.
This is really cool.
I wonder who the artist was.
I love how this looks normal from here, but then you go in and it's like a weird texture nightmare.
Homemade cookies. Homemade cookies.
Homemade cookies. What is this? Alright, before we enter time warp and move. Alright. This effect is so weird.
I can't enter. It's like a black wall.
That's odd.
What are you looking at, Joanna? Another failed glass attempt. Although now it reaches further into its surroundings. Someone unreadable and the magic mirror show. A toy dinosaur.
Everybody loves toy
In the
dinosaur.
middle of the bed.
Good boy. Good boy.
Who doesn't love a good toy dinosaur?
Good boy.
What is that?
A time warp. The control is near the door. A time warp. The control is near the door.
Stinky. What was that? Whoa.
Oh, okay.
That's horrible.
So there's Dad. And oh, it's more clear from the behind.
Happy memories are always saved in a special way. Glass, mirrors. So many old superstitions exist
All right.
about them. They are so impossible to interpret subjectively.
Huh.
A time warp. The control is near the door. A time warp.
Okay,
The
I'm
control is
aware
near
of
the
that,
door.
but
Signifier.
so weird.
Maybe her parents?
All right, let's hit the subjective analysis.
Sit.
What?
Her own version of things. Such beautiful innocence.
The parents are the center of her world, and everything revolves around them. Aww. What the
Another failed glass attempt. Although now it reaches further into its surroundings.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like what I'm looking at in here.
A spoon with books.
What is the spoon metaphor? Dog.
Interesting that this dog isn't in the objective state.
Speak.
A time warp. The control is near the door.
Pizza.
Speak.
A time warp. The control is near the door.
His dad was on the phone ordering pizza, and then it showed up. The pizza represents pizza.
It doesn't like when I look at it.
What the fuck?
It doesn't like when I look at it.
Excuse me. That's horrible. I don't like that. All right, back into the infinite hallway.
Could be a defense mechanism.
Most likely. In current patch, they are unfiltered by default.
Are they using my behavior?
Yes.
Good. This will give them a much broader expression range. Thanks for the warning, though.
Speak. Speak.
Oh. I'm looping. Yeah, I'm looping. Dinner's ready.
Her own version of things. Such beautiful innocence. There's also that spoon again, orbiting the sun. Interesting.
Hungor? There's the dog.
Is it the same entity from the kitchen? It doesn't like it when I look at it.
Got it. Got it.
Are you solving crimes?
Yes.
Happens only when I walk backwards.
I'm trying to find out somebody's the cause of death. Also potentially intellectual espionage. Okay.
Intellectual espionage?
Yeah.
Is there like a dumb espionage?
Yeah. Okay. Just keep going. Just keep on going. You're gonna walk backward through this hallway. Hello. That's food being made. Got it. I've made it to the other side of the house, which is, coincidentally, the same side of the house reversed. It's a bit weird.
Someone's desperate to enter.
What do we got here? What? Oh. Oh, this is a hard loop. Wait, no it's not?
Come on then. Couch. Couch.
It's not. It just looks like it is.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, Grime Nightmare.
Oh.
I just saw somebody in chat just scream out, "Oh wow, I hate it." You and me both, brother.
The path splits in two.
I saw the... What?
You just peed.
Hey, that dog went that way.
You silly goose. You silly goose.
I'll follow the dog, because dogs are good. What the fuck am I in here now? This is pretty subjective! Is this a mouth?
Could this dog be subjective only as well? I can't enter. It's like a black wall.
New memory event discovered in the objective state.
Unreadable. Maybe in the objective state.
Okay, but before we do that...
Maybe it works from the other side. Evie, is there a reason the dog can enter there while I can't?
It wasn't resolved as a neutral space. The coordinates are only for the dog, which is a Class D entity.
Class D. Could it be made into an avatar?
Querying stability. Done. Mapping behavior. Done. Processing. Avatar transform awaiting input. Usability unpredictable.
Okay, so I can become the dog memory. Got it. Excellent.
Interesting shapes.
What is that? Aha! The kitchen is no longer... No longer infinite kitchen. I can't wait to get back to the goddamn objective goddamn shape. I'm currently in event 2. I think. To the objective state. And then we can go back to the dog. Ah. Women's talking. Hello, women's.
One of them should be the mother.
Probably this lady. Why does she have a glowing thing happen? That'd be the busted
So
dog.
the dog is once again subjective.
Why is the dad gigantic?
Evie, isn't this body a little blown out of proportion? For it being in the objective state, I mean.
There are no errors in the simulation.
Is it inside the scale error margin?
0.11% off, but valid thanks to accurate matches on its surroundings.
Okay. Still seems a bit too big. We'll have to review those algorithms soon.
Understood.
Dad, you're too big.
A bedtime
That's not
story.
a dad, that's a daddy. Damn.
Dinosaurs.
You stinky.
Why is un dinosaurio? That's Spanish?
I could swear it's slightly different from the last time I saw it.
Alright, looks like we gotta solve this with our dog powers in the subjective state. Dog time. Alright, dog, let's hit it. Oh. Okay. Badge, I'm pretty sure he's in the trash right now.
How? They sprayed it with the stuff he hates.
He cares not.
Oh. Can I help you? Here. Come here then. Just staring at me.
Oh, hey.
Come here.
I can use this to go back down the path I didn't go down before. As the dog.
Give.
Yo, he's doing that shit.
Now he looks at me like I'm stupid.
New memory of... What? There's no objective memory state for this? Is it because I'm pretending to be a dog? What does the dog mean in the Oh, man. All right. Dad's gigantic again. Wait, what?
That's not good.
Yeah, sure right, babe. Can I exit the avatar? Where will that put me? Alright.
Is that Joanna inside the frame?
Yeah, what is this? This is super subjective. This isn't even a well-defined point in time. Oh, that was the dog again. Okay. Highly well lit.
Is your box good? Come on.
I'm sensing some nefariousness here.
This seems like the shadow of the people that were at the start of the memory.
Yeah, it does. Wait, what? All right.
Path splits in two.
Oh, back to this, huh? Let's try event 4.
Joanna, is it you? Where are you going?
Oh yeah, this could be
Joanna,
child abusey for sure.
Is it you?
I have my suspicions based on the subjective entity affecting how large the dad appears.
For sure.
Are you Joanna as well? Are you leaving the house? The light seems like it's leaving the house from under the door.
Oh. All the light goes towards the door. Oh, they got her a puppy. Now this is the subjective experience. I don't believe I can... No, there is no objective version of this. I don't think the dog was fake. Light seems to be coming from specific locations.
Joanna, is it you? Where are you going?
I'm very big lost here. I feel like I need a piece of objective data. Let's see if I can go back to an objective event.
A bedtime story, maybe. I could swear it's slightly different from the last time I saw it.
Right. Let's try go back to the first memory. Dinosaur. Mirror.
Another failed glass attempt. Although now it reaches further into its surroundings.
This is Dad ordering the pizza. Pizza, right. Okay. Right, dinner's ready. Then these two.
So this is what those asteroids were about. Her parents, most likely. So this is what those asteroids were about. Her parents, most likely.
What is this?
The dog isn't here.
Why wouldn't the dog be
isn't
there?
Here. I can't enter.
Something might have happened.
It's like
to the
a
dog.
black wall.
Yeah.
Something.
Back to subjective event 1. Dog is back.
I
Spoon.
wonder if there's some connection with that body I saw here.
Yeah, why spoon?
Is it the same entity from the kitchen? It doesn't like it when I look at it.
That was
Someone
different.
unreadable in the magic mirror show.
All right.
A time warp. The control is near the door.
Now this is the pizza again. So let's...
Her own version of things.
I mean,
Such beautiful
asteroid,
innocence.
spoon,
There's
and
also
moon.
that spoon again, orbiting the sun. Interesting.
Uh-huh. Right back to that. So let's go to... So there's subjective state 2, which I still have something to unlock. I have subjective state 3, which I have 2 things to unlock. Subjective state 4, I have everything unlocked. And I also have everything unlocked in objective state 1 and 3. So let's hit objective state 2 again. No, that's where I came from. That's odd. Yeah, again, it's got the shadow.
This seems like the shadow of the people that were at the start of the memory.
Weirdly bright in here. Garish. Nightmare Spider Beast. Giant Dad. I wonder. What is that? Yeah, the dog can't go in.
Another child's room.
Aha! Wait, another kid's room? And a spoon.
The dog projects a child's shadow. Maybe it's not a dog after all.
The dog was also in her death memory, in the form of a picture.
Exactly. Could there be a sister or brother? I was told by that detective that she was an only child. We need to find out more about this room and this child.
What the fuck is this? What is that? Is that an action figure? Is that a pizza? That might be a pizza. It's the phone. It's the phone call for the pizza.
You again.
All right, we need to hit subjective memory 3 and add the pizza call. Oh, I know it's here. Wait, do I need to find, like, the perfect spot?
Interesting shapes.
Memory 1. It was in memory 1, you're right. No, not subjective memory 1. Wait, it can't... Wait, it's both subjective and objective.
Seems close. Maybe in the objective state.
Got it. Let's find out. Let's find out what that goddamn pizza call was about.
Fill in this time warp with this data from start to end. Huh. Ordering food, it seems. 922 Klimt Street. Chinner Bar. Interesting. I could check out the real place now.
Ah, new reality location.
Huh. Ordering food, it seems. 922 Klimt Street. Chinner Bar. Interesting. I could check out the real place now.
Still 2 subjectives to go in here. Jesus. So the event 3 subjectives are the portal and the dog going to hell. Got it.
Not such a relaxing sound anymore. Interesting shapes.
What bizarre shapes.
I would have imagined the subjective static noise to be different at this age. You again. Are you watching TV? Could it be watching TV? Could it be watching TV?
That's so what is the
Like
spoon?
Lance or something.
So weird. Spoon's the dad, but why a spoon? No, the dad's here. The spoon's the mom?
Unreadable. Maybe in the objective state.
Wait, really? Oh. Hold on. The spoon on the couch was one of the memory objects.
Interesting shapes.
Dinner's ready.
Microwave food.
Kids, dinner's ready. Kids, dinner's
Got it.
ready. Kids, dinner's ready. Kids, dinner's ready.
All right. Back to the lab. Gotta check out this bitch's house.
Laura?
Hey, Dad. Sorry for crashing by without telling you my son.
Yeah, kids, the dinner's ready.
All right?
Well, me and Chris had a fight, and I left him.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You were right, of course. I need to think things through first. Did you see my note?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, I saw it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dad. You were right. I hope you don't mind me staying a few days.
As long as you need.
No worries. Stay as long as you need to. I'll pick up some food on my way home.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, I'll be going out with a friend tonight. I promise I won't wake you up. It's just that we haven't seen each other for a while, and I need someone to talk to. But we'll see each other tomorrow morning, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Thanks, Dad. And I promise I won't be a nuisance.
Don't worry about it. Talk to you soon, all right?
Right. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Laura.
You're such a good dad.
Yes. Where's dog?
Huh? I put him away. He was throwing a tantrum.
Oh, he loves to throw tantrums. He's like a big
He
baby.
immediately went to the bed, so I think he's tired. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in like 10 minutes.
Let's kick down the door to Johanna's childhood home, which has not been demolished in decades. Pizza, motherfuckers.
Pat is a good spoon.
Goat.
Pat is my little spoon.
Russell, we need the password.
Like, right now?
Yes, right now.
Just give me 5 minutes. I might be onto something here. I'll call you right back.
Do it, but fast.
Dude, you are an asshole. Alright. This is the house. Let's check it. Right.
No defense mechanisms to worry about.
That's the parents' bedroom.
It used to be an innocent drawing.
Now it's a dick. This is the room. Huh.
Shaman Poe. Amazing that it's still readable.
That is pretty ridiculous. And she was reading about that. She was reading about that in her thing.
The mirror still remains. Wasn't Joanna looking at it?
She was.
So, she had a little sister.
Is that Elmo?
Martha.
No.
Could she still be alive?
Where's the cat? Am I losing my mind? Guess I'm losing it. Kitty.
The whole neighborhood feels abandoned.
Seriously, what the hell? No cat through that shit. Let's just do another once around. Alright, let's get out of here. Can't pull the mirror off the wall, no. Hey, Tom.
Russell?
Do you know anything about her parents? Or a second child named Martha?
Well, she was an only child, and I think the report said she didn't talk with her parents much. Also, they live overseas. How exactly are they important?
Well, her past seems to have affected her last days somehow. Not directly, but there seems to be a connection.
Russell, I need you to focus on who killed her. I know she must have been a very interesting person, with this and that childhood trauma that you're so eager to decipher. But we need to know her password, and who killed her. Concrete facts, Russell.
I know, but finding the connections will lead to the facts. Just tell me if you find anything interesting regarding the family.
And you tell me if you find anything interesting about her death.
Okay. Goodbye, Tom.
Bye,
Hey, Tom, you're like a dumb bitch, you know that? Oh, I should have looked in here. Shaman Poe. Buy house and says sorry for mum. Johanna. Oh, I know what the password is. It's 309.
The mirror still remains. Wasn't Joanna looking at it?
All right, Tom, you dumb fucking bitch.
Russell?
About her password.
Nothing for now, buddy.
I'll call you later. I don't have anything yet.
It's okay. We still have time. Just hurry.
Yeah, that's rough, man. This is crazy. It's gonna be really hard to find that password. See me. Beep boop.
Yes?
Russell, we can't wait for the password anymore. Do you have it?
I need
I'm
time.
close. Just give me 5 minutes.
Our window of time is closing. We haven't got 5 minutes. Just hurry. If you take any longer, we'll have to give it a shot on our own.
Oh. It's a bummer. Oh. Yeah, why is there sudden urgency for her password? Where did this come from?
Russell?
Yeah, what
About her password.
I figured it out.
I might have been wrong with the password.
Yeah, I know. We don't have many chances. So be sure now.
I've done. Oh, it's toot but.
Try 555.
Okay, good. We'll try this out and I'll call you back. Thanks, Russell.
How'd it go? How'd it go?
Russell?
About her password, Tom. I might have been wrong with the password.
Yeah, I know. We don't have many chances. So be sure now.
Try 555.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
it failed.
We'll try this out and I'll call you back.
No.
Thanks, Russell.
I'll get back
Hi,
into
Evie.
the
Any news on
into the
picture scan?
robot.
I can't find any patterns. I am limited by the hardware.
Yeah. Point taken.
However, I was able to reconstruct the recurring dream.
I'm not
I
giving
mentioned
him the
before.
password.
It seems to have started about 30 days
Fuck
before
him.
her death, with strongly repeating patterns. It is available on the control panel.
Good. Thanks.
No. Oh, only subjective. Well, that's interesting. 39 years old, 1 month before death.
I am having trouble reconstructing time and perspective in this dream.
How bad is it?
I should be able to reconstruct all the events eventually, but their continuity and the different dream
Oh,
perspectives are
come
impossible.
on!
Please expect a few errors in continuity and perspective.
Really? Oh, it's gonna get real.
8% of dream reconstructed.
It's gonna get real fucky. Wait, what? I can modify the entire thing? Oh, Jesus.
This dream reconstruction is really something special, Evie.
As it is a dream, there are no filters for physical accuracy. Therefore,
I know. It's easier to grasp the aesthetics of the imagination than the visual truth of memories.
precisely. 16% of dream reconstructed.
Uh-huh. Well, that's fucky. No, not there.
Seems like a perspective error. It must match from somewhere.
Uh-huh. Getting there.
Seems like a perspective error. It must
Come on.
match from somewhere. Seems like
I mean, that's pretty good.
It must match from somewhere.
Hey. Hello. What the fuck is this? Aha. There.
Evie, try to reconstruct perspective from this angle at the current time of the dream.
Got it. Oh, I need to open this up. This is so fucking crazy weird. Wait, why would she have a... Oh, it's a dream. She can't have a memory of anything. Okay. Can we get something to walk across, please? What?
20% of dream reconstructed.
Okay. Cityscape. Moving around. What is that? She went this way. Did she? No. These people are horribly distorted. I wonder what a million people were over here for. Oh. It's a staircase. But what possible... There's an angle in which this appears normal. Got it.
Evie, please try to fix this perspective to the dream.
She did go over there. Can I climb this? I can. Why are all the people still little? Alright. What the?
27% of dream reconstructed.
Okay. Alright. How the fuck do I get over there? Any way through here? No. What about you? What are you? Are you another ladder? What are you? You're something. Whoa. Alright. Why is this version so distorted? Okay, I don't think this is intended. This looks not intended. Just saying.
Could that be Joanna and Martha?
Okay.
100% of dream reconstructed.
So that's the end of the dream. Hopefully there's information about what caused it.
What is the dream's catalyst? Alright.
Could that be Joanna and Martha?
Time takes place, sun goes down, massive explosion. End of dream. Alright, so
Could that be
that'd be Joanna
and
and
Martha?
Uh-huh. Can I get... Wait a second.
I wonder if there's some way to get up there.
Aha. As the remainder of the dream distorts while the explosion occurs, I can go back and use the distorted perspective of the street to get up there. All right. This is way too detailed. Why is it so detailed in here?
There's steam coming out of that pipe. I should get closer. Look at this. There are elements from the childhood. Could they be a deeper layer of the dream?
What?
New name in the puzzle. Richard. Can you find something on him, Evie?
Searching.
Richard and these childhood elements. Could they both be the catalyst for the dream?
There are hundreds of Richards.
Yeah,
that
there's a
could be
lot.
Connected to Joanna somehow. 29 of GoAT's current employees alone, and that is only from people that have their profiles public.
Okay. Keep searching while I ask around.
All right. Whatever this shit is, we'll have to go back to the
Looks
lab.
like there's two. low with her childhood. And then there's this Richard.
I wonder how that password's going. No connection.
Hello?
Mr. Russell, hi. My name is David. I'm calling on behalf of Marie Xu.
Marie Chu? From GoAT?
That's right, the CEO.
Oh.
Miss Xu would like to speak to you in person, Mr.
I
Russell,
bet.
At GoAT today, if possible.
Why me?
Meet with me. Why?
She'd probably like to tell you herself, sir.
Oh. Okay. I'll be there.
Good. I will let Miss Xu know of your answer. Directions will be sent to your phone, including a pass to our guest parking lot. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh man, Tom is so dead. Tom is the deadest anyone has ever been. Oh. Why don't I go here? Yeah, Tom's fucking dead. I killed him. He dead. Alright, let's check out GoAT, shall we? That looks familiar. What the?
My car's like a unicorn in here.
Wait, what?
It works. That's all I care about. Hello?
Mr. Russell, this is Marie. A pleasure to speak to you.
Oh, Miss Chu. The pleasure's all mine.
I was notified of your arrival. I hope you had no trouble getting in.
No. No, none at all.
I'm very sorry for the short notice. And thank you for accepting our invitation.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. There's a lot to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I'm on my way down. Please meet me on the middle bridge.
Sure. So, how do I get there?
Please, take the orange wing. The elevator on the right. Jess, please help him to the bridge.
Of course.
Jess here will open the elevator and get you to the right floor. I'm coming down now. Meet you there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Don't care for this. Highly suspicious. Don't care for that.
Automated building construction with generative design. Supposedly they can adapt to any terrain.
Mr. Russell, we finally meet. I appreciate you coming on such short notice.
Miss Chu?
You seem surprised.
Sorry, I didn't know you,
That I spoke without moving my lips?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the amazing scientists in here, I can. And just by thinking, I'm playing with these voices, but they're all still a bit off. My voice was more nerdy. This one feels wiser and more empowered somehow. I guess we need to have some of our AIs learn more types of people. It's interesting, though. After all this CEO business, most people in our field have seen me talking somewhere. I guess that means you are really immersed in your own research. I like that.
I guess I am.
Indeed. It took some time to reach you. You seem to be off the radar. If it weren't for the echoes of your research in the science community...
Why is that rumor gonna attack us?
At least by today's social network standards.
Probably not a coincidence. It's too easy to get distracted these days.
Indeed it is. I actually find a lot of that in here. The need to focus. Everybody is building something. They have a goal that is beyond traditional ambitions. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of. Please, follow me.
Okay.
You see, Mr. Russell, any good we're trying to do here is in danger.
Uh-huh.
If you look through these windows, you'll see the substance of what the future will be made of. Automated farming, clean energy development, bold advancements in medicine. And here is our latest and most ambitious project.
That thing couldn't look more evil if it tried.
Automated construction. Many local uses, but useful in other worlds as well. But these are delicate times. Every step we take is a war we must fight against ignorance.
Yeah, it looks like a Dead Space marker. You're totally right.
We need all the help we can take. Building a good future.
I should just knock this bitch out of her chair and start stomping.
And the rest is all politics.
Who's with me?
You see, Mr. Russell, someone like you could help us in this fight, both on a political and scientific front. 1 second, Mr. Russell. Yes. Can't it wait a few minutes? Okay. Hold the call. I'll be there. You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Russell. Even Sundays I have urgent calls. Please meet me on the executive level. I should be ready in a few minutes.
This music is
Join
so
us at the reception
suspicious.
and send you the right
Goodbye.
Hi, please put your hand on the glass so we can give you clearance.
Really?
You're good to go. You can use elevator A.
Okay. I tried. Wait. I did it. Yeah, that thing said the founder's tragic, untimely death, which I'm like, nah. That bitch is a robot. He's a robot now. Bruh.
Hi. You can find Miss Marie in her office.
Thank you.
Joanna's office.
I really wish I could take a look at that office.
Mr. Russell, I'm glad you made it up here. Please, close the door for me. I hope you had time to see a bit of what we're doing here.
I did not.
I wanted you to see it firsthand. There is so much prejudice out there regarding our mission.
Uh-huh.
The best way to break it is to talk face to face. To be open.
Since a robot is talking for you, can't there be an argument to be that we're even talking face to face?
But are you open with all projects?
We are a private company, Mr. Russell. I do have a few investors to please, so no. We can't disclose everything we're working on. Some things need to mature first. I'm sure you of all people understand. And talking about this, let me be blunt. Has the TSB reached you already? I heard they're meddling with academics as well.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Thankfully, not yet.
Oh, that is good to hear. But still, regulations must be...
I'm basically gonna lie to every single person I can because these people all seem sketch as fuck.
I probably lost a month of work getting everything to comply, but I'm supposedly fully legal now.
Supposedly. I know what you mean. They can always find something.
If you do everything by the book, there's nothing to hide.
I like your moral sense, Mr. Russell. But I'm afraid these people will disappoint you sooner than later. I do hope I am mistaken, of course. Mr. Russell, let me cut to the chase. I admire your research, and you face the same challenges we do, but on a different
All right, bitch,
scale.
what do you want? You want the password, don't you? You just want the password, don't you?
Not only would your expertise in many different areas be of immense help, but we also need the political support. A well-respected academic like you, who has always been outside of the corporate world. That is what the public needs to see. And of course, you would have a very unique position here, directing your own projects with very generous resources. It would be a win-win situation.
So, I would be a political asset, and in exchange you would give me resources.
That would be a cold way of viewing it. The warm way?
It would
which is
be.
how I'd like to think about it, is that together we can make the world a better place. Great minds like us.
Oh, would you
unite
quit jerking me
and work
around?
together. And this is the place where you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
Unless the TSB gets in the way.
Politics is the other part of the equation. The biggest part, probably. When the time comes, everything will come down.
I'm
to
getting
ideology.
super jerked around
I
here.
want you to be on the right side, unless you think the TSB will avoid the upcoming problems by simply putting a lifetime brake on every possible development.
I'm thinking we need at least some regulation, lady.
To be honest,
We're diving into people's
we can't take any further
brains.
steps without proper regulation.
Not the answer I expected, but I do respect that position. The way I see it, regulation is supposedly what keeps us safe from the dark side of technology.
That's the idea.
But regulation isn't the problem. The problem is who creates those laws, and why. Given the current state of affairs, I don't trust the government.
But you should trust me!
The law reacts,
And me
and
alone!
I understand they want to get ahead. The stakes are too high. A single mistake could cost the world everything. But they don't seem to be in the prevention business. They just want control. And God knows what they could do with what we create. They have their own agenda. So yes, regulation could be good, on paper. But in my opinion, that is not what's going on here. Besides, politicians, philosophers, intellectuals, they all
God,
have
this
their
woman is
chance.
the least trustworthy
And they
person in
left
the
us
world.
a world so advanced on one hand, and almost dead on the other. So yes, I don't appreciate them breathing down my neck while we try to fix their mess. Anyway, Mr. Russell.
Do you get the feeling that there's a part of this setting that we're not aware
Of
of?
course, you don't have to answer now, but I should tell you that regardless of this small difference in opinion, I have no doubt that you joining us would be a wise decision.
Her mouth is a little.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
She's talking
invitation,
through a
Mrs.
robot.
Chu, but please give me a few days to think about it.
Of course, there is no rush. We're more than happy to wait for someone like you. David will send you more details. And we should have dinner soon to discuss everything further. And now, I'm afraid I have to get back to my work. Sadly, the world doesn't.
There's something about this that makes me feel like I might not even be on fucking Earth.
Feel free to stay as long as you want. And expect a call soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russell.
That looks like Joanna's apartment building.
Oh,
Yeah, she mentioned other
and Mr.
worlds,
Russell,
yeah.
Just in case, out of courtesy.
Like
I
AI
haven't signed
trashed the
NDAs or
Earth.
anything. But, given the current situation, I would appreciate it that this offer remain between us. At least for now.
Of course. No worries.
Good. Let's keep it secret. As if it was a password.
Look around, huh? Uh-huh. That's worrying. Brief history of Sapiens. Uh-huh.
Yes. A very sad moment for us all. She was an incredible professional, and a great woman as well. I wish I had known what was happening in her mind. I guess I was too
I know
busy
what that
managing
is.
everything. What have you heard about her?
Just the news.
I saw something on the news about her. Awful business. I imagine it must have been a terrible blow to everyone here.
Indeed it was. I think she may have been contacted by the TSB. And who knows if they manipulated her. These people will do anything to fulfill their political agenda. Perhaps you can help us investigate things in the future.
So not only was that thing at the dream explosion and the dream catalyst, but from certain angles, like from the other side, that is the nightmare eyeball hand creature.
Amazing. Different seeds of the same building, all procedurally generated.
Yeah, she also talks like the TSB, like it's the mafia when it's like a regulatory body. Aha! Now this is what I want.
Why did she ask for all these files?
I have no idea. She did have access to everything, but it's very technical stuff. Completely out of her area. It's like super complex. Hard to read even for me, and I'm an engineer.
And the notes on these paragraphs. Singularity? Unethical?
Yeah, I think...
Okay. I think I've got it. Somebody yelled at me to look at the painting. What painting? This painting?
This is an Edward Hopper, right?
Ah.
Indeed. I keep that painting there as a reminder of the problems of that time. How progress also brought loneliness and alienation. He expressed it so beautifully. It's a reminder of what we need to avoid in the next cycle. When technology once again changes the social fabric of the world, we cannot make the same mistake. We must put ourselves first.
Yes, but so they say we only learn from our mistakes. And as it's also said, with AI development, there might be no chances for mistakes.
I'm glad to know we agree. We must tread carefully.
Yeah, that thing is a singular. This person is likely being run by a primitive AI, and they're building a singularity.
Russell.
Hi, Tom.
Hi. The password didn't work.
Oh, damn. I thought I had
Oops.
And not only that, we put our whole operation at risk. The attempts probably didn't go unnoticed. You know how it is. We can't compete with their infrastructure. You have to be very careful, Russell. There's a lot at stake here.
I know.
You haven't given us a single thing we can use. I thought your subjective approach would be more effective.
It just needs time. Each person is like a small labyrinth. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things.
Well, I really hope you do. We don't want to pull the plug on you.
I'll get right on it.
Do that. And I have a new task for you. Where are you right now?
Oh, I went out shopping.
Oh, that was a
Tired of the same
mistake.
shirt.
You're funny, Russell. All right. Can you meet me?
Well, maybe in an hour or so, after I'm done here.
Okay, forget it. Listen, I need you to find something on the husband, Alex. He was with us at first, but now he's gone dark. Maybe he's afraid of something, or maybe he's just angry.
Uh-huh.
In any case, if you give us some leverage on him, we might get him speaking. I have a feeling he knows more than he told us.
I see.
I'm sending you his address. Don't push him too much, though. And of course, keep us out of it.
I understand.
Okay, Russell? Don't fail us this time. And make sure to be transparent with everything. I'll be waiting for your call.
Sure. Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom. I also thought Tom was super dead.
Two buildings. One focused mainly on research, and the other on business, both connected by bridges. Marie should be in the central one.
Are you for real? Do you know what this is actually a map of? This is a brain. DNA is a good one, but it's a brain. The middle is the corpus callosum. And this is your left and right brains. And we hung out in the commercial section. I think. Or did we pass through?
Nice cars. They must be running an independent research project.
You know what? I'm gonna call it there. I'm very impressed by this game. And if you want to see the rest of that before I stream it again, I suggest you go get it. How much does this thing cost? $22. I'm gonna play Doom Eternal tomorrow. Probably gonna finish this on stream next week. Let's say that. Because I believe it's super short. I believe it is super short. Hold on. How long to beat Signifier? It is super short. So the next time I stream it, it'll be like this and like whatever. If you want to check it out before then, go buy it. Thanks, Raw Fury. Hope you appreciate the at least one sale this dirtbag streamer has got you. Even though even if you do watch the whole thing, definitely think about supporting it because that thing is cool, man. Like for real. All right, let's thank the people. I want to thank Lynn SP for kicking in 10 months. Say, who is this? It's Pat. Yeah, people saying way cooler than Amnesia. Absolutely. This is like splitting the difference between puzzle and walking simulator. But the story's really cool. Whereas the horror elements in Amnesia were weak. Weak as shit. Shydot sub for 3 says, I gotta contribute to that streaming license. Ain't nothing. Also nothing like eating edibles and watching streams. Enjoy that shit. Iron Bologna sub, thanks Bologna. Undenizen sub for 6 says, hey Pat, you're my favorite streamer. Please boot album for me. I will, thank you. Master Keef 420 Blunt Ninja sub for 4 says, shut up nerd. No, I will not. Dr. Demon, sub for 10, says Dr. D back with the Bezos Bucks. Boop Shake and Fondle Geef, Elmo, and Page appropriately. Will do. Sleeper Simulant, sub for 3, says, hey Pat, another month, another sub. Only been 3 months here on Twitch, but I feel like I've been watching forever. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you. I'm sleepy. But thank you. Fool's Arcade, sub for 6. I take this time to state that this is a good stream. Thank you. Copper Tucker kicked in 14. Hi nerds and also furballs. It's good to see you all again in a bit. And to remind you that you're all great. Pat, check your Twitter DMs because I sent you a picture of a recently bathed cat. Tell Paige to check hers for the skeleton doodle. Mm-hmm. 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 I do not see a cat. I'm looking for cat. Show more. I did not get cat. Nope, didn't get it. Didn't get it. YouTube changed its layout again? Site can't be reached. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a sec. Hey, can you guys see me? That's weird. I can't connect to YouTube or Reddit. Just server's IP address can't be reached. Or Twitter. What about... Is my Steam online? If it's a DNS failure, then how am I still streaming? Because your stream's already connected? Can I go to Twitch? I can't go to Twitch. That's crazy. That's weird. What about my phone? My phone works over Wi-Fi. What? What the hell? Does that mean I gotta DNS failure, open CMD and run flush DNS? Will this kill my computer? I can trust you, right? How do I do that? Hello? Can you all still see me? Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Said Windows IP is successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. It flushed it. Oh well. Hey, Watchman Fury sub for 12. Thank you. This is one full year of extremely high quality nonsense. Thanks for the laughs. Here's to another year. Thank you. Have to close your browser. Oh no, but if I close my browser. But you guys are my browsers. If I close my browser, you'll all die. Eves is online, sub for 9. Thank you. Queequeg, sub for 17. Oh no, my second stream abortion is almost postnatal. What will I do? Stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Squirrel, sub for 6 is IO, Hypat, Page, Geef, and Elmo. Thank you. Fallen92X, sub for 31. Thanks, man. As always. Endy Filter, sub for 4 says, are you my sugar daddy yet? Hell no. Fuck you. You're all my sugar parents. I'm a Roman parasitus. Look it up. Cricket sub, thank you. Nebby sub for 36 says poo poo pee pee. Thank you. Aransit sub for 21. Thanks, man. Hey, Pat, Cat, and Chat. Page and Dog, too, but you gotta get the rhyming names first. Almost done with 13 Sentinels now. It's legitimately the best sci-fi story I've ever seen, but I'm having a hard time selling my friends on it since I can't say why it isn't working. Your friends are stupid. Just pee on them. Rayman guy sub for 5 says, love your stuff, Pat. Thanks for being great. You're quite welcome. Thank you. Mr. Pylon sub for 15 says, just got the Signifier. Have to help the devs somehow since you're practically stealing from them with this stream. Thanks, man. Maids for Life sub for 17 says, I can't believe I resubbed when Pat's internet became not real. Thanks. Mattman kicked in $5. Thank you, Mattman. Literal rocket scientist. Fun Titan fact. Beside the 85% nitrogen, the remaining 15% of Titan's atmosphere is made of methane. However, because there's no oxygen, fires are basically impossible. You run out of oxygen instead of fuel. Also, the surface temperature of Titan is minus 220 degrees Celsius, which is cold. Mythical Brit sub for 19. Thank you, Mythical Brit. And My Face is Potato sub. Thanks, man. So I'm going to try and fix my internet because my internet is dead. Oh, no. Which is weird because I'm talking to y'all, right? All right, you all have a good night. I'm out of here. I'm going to have internet adventures and go see Paige. I guess I'll have to talk to Paige if the internet's out. Oh, so boring. Oh. All right, you guys have a good night. See you tomorrow for Doom. Bye. Shut the